Let me watch my fingers and shit.
I heard them say he on his Kendrick dish.
Hey,
I really think they need my payment shit.
hey.
They take my kindness for friendliness. I know they hope to see me penniless. I keep it moving like a missionary. Yeah, I'm changing rooms, no one fitting in.
I'm too cold to feel warm again.
Yeah, whether you like it or not, I'm storming in. This money pouring in. I had to make it rain on these women, cause why live life without a little sin?
I won't be poor again.
For the 50th time, leave me alone.
In business way too many, man.
And that's enough said. Bitch, I'm welfare. It's up to you to pick up the crumb to get a little bread. I'm watching Walking Dead. I feel misled.
Who knew taking a shot was the way to get ahead? This is love.
Yeah. 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 Check it. Yeah. I smoke weed to make the pain fade. I can't cope any other way. Yeah, I'm feeling like another lazy day. Damn.
When it's supposed to be leg day.
Yeah, I've been searching for a little praise. Yeah, my mind been stuck in a maze. Yeah, I've been going through a little phase. I need to disengage. All I feel is rage.
They all catching strays. It took me a long time to map it out, but a nigga stuck in his ways.
Now I'm calling plays. Since they playing hardball, I'm taking it off the bat like the Oakland A's. I'm sinking Tampa Rays
With a little shade, a peace of mind is the only food that I crave. I'm watching Walking Dead, I feel misled.
Who knew taking the shot was the way to get ahead? This is love. Yeah. This is love. Yeah. Man, you gotta love yourself. You gotta take a shot. That's the only way to get ahead in this game, man.
Ooh, wake that ass up. What's up, everybody? My bad for yesterday. I know we had some technical difficulties. What they call them? Technical difficulties? Yeah, we had some technical sound difficulties. See, the problem is when you live stream, and I'm a one-man show. You know that I'm a one-man show. It's your boy Leroy Mitchell. I'm a one-man show. When you live stream, okay? When you go in live stream, when you go to flip the camera, unfortunately, the actual mute button is right underneath the flip button. And if you fat finger it, and it's a very small button, and they're very close to each other, so it's easy to fat finger it. If you fat finger it, it don't make like a sound or a notification or anything like that when it goes mute. So when it goes mute, you don't get any notification. Ain't no ding, the screen don't change color, nothing. So you really don't know unless you actually looking at it. And when I be talking and I be in the zone, I'm not gonna lie, I lose all sight of all that. I just be going, I be in the zone, I be going, I be going, I be going. And sometimes the sound might be off. So y'all know it's a one-man show. My bad. I apologize for yesterday, some of the technical difficulties we had, but we back today. It's your boy Leroy Mitchell. Whoa, wake that ass up. Welcome back to Wake That Ass Up, baby. It's your boy Leroy Mitchell. We bring you sports news, entertainment, and life. Okay, sports news, entertainment, and life. That's what we bring you here. Sports, news, entertainment, and life. All right, so we're gonna run some topics back from yesterday because they were muted. Didn't nobody hear what was going on? Didn't nobody hear what I was saying? Okay, or what Trump was saying, or what they were talking about with the fraud stuff in Minnesota, or when we're speaking about sports, or when we're speaking about life. So we're gonna run that back today. I'm gonna keep my eye on the mute button today. I'm gonna make sure I watch that mute button, and we're gonna get it going. So I'm gonna get right into it. Let's see what Trump talking about with this whole. They just went up there and captured a president.
Probably won't have to do.
Let's make sure we don't mess the mute button up today.
With the United States of America, a country that everybody wants to be involved with because of what we were able to do and accomplish, will make the people of Venezuela rich, independent, and safe. And it will also make the many, many people from Venezuela that are living in the United States extremely happy. They suffered. They suffered. So much was taken from them. They're not going to suffer anymore. The illegitimate dictator Maduro was the kingpin of a vast criminal network responsible for trafficking colossal amounts of deadly and illicit drugs into the United States. As alleged in the indictment, he personally oversaw the vicious cartel known as Cartel de las Solas, which flooded our nation with lethal poison, responsible for the deaths of countless Americans, the many, many Americans, hundreds of thousands over the years of Americans died because of him.
Okay, as I stated yesterday, which no one heard, of course, because the mute button was screwed up. We went into Venezuela. Well, Trump went into Venezuela. He went into Trump and his team did it. Obviously, there was really no congressional oversight. Trump went into Venezuela and straight up snatched out the president. So, Trump and his team, their claims are we had to go in and take the president and his wife, okay, out of this country, Venezuela, because the drug trafficking is so bad and this is the hub. This is the center for it. This is the main cause of it. But underneath that, if we look underneath that, they also have crazy oil deposits that are kind of untapped. I mean, they have them tapped. Obviously, they're exporting oil to Russia and China. And that's another reason why we went over there because I think the U.S. is trying to cut off exports or control exports for oil and energy and resources to some of our competitors. I think that's a big reason why we went in there. But the face of it is going to be narco trafficking. That's gonna be the face of it. That's how they gonna. That's gonna be the face that you see. It's narco trafficking. But behind that face, okay, remove that little mask. It's really about the oil and this power play between Russia, China, and America. That's what it's really about. At the end of the day, we want the oil. And Trump even said, which he'll probably say here too. He stated that, hey, we gonna run the country. We ain't going in there just to take the president out and let somebody else figure it out. Now we gonna run this until we see fit.
Maduro and his wife will
Crazy.
soon face the full might of American justice and stand trial on American soil. Right now, they're on a ship they'll be heading to ultimately New York, and then a decision will be made, I assume, between New York and Miami or Florida.
You.
Hey, if
Just
he go to
you.
New York, bro, he ain't
Moving
never getting out of
around
jail.
on base 44. Describe.
I heard that new guy in New York don't play.
People where the overwhelming evidence of their crimes will be presented in a court of law. And I've seen it. I've seen what we have. It's both horrible and breathtaking that something like this could have been allowed to take place. For many years after his term as president of Venezuela expired, Maduro remained in power and waged a ceaseless campaign of violence, terror, and subversion against the United States of America, threatening not only our people, but the stability of the entire region. And you all saw it. In addition to trafficking gigantic amounts of illegal drugs that inflicted untold suffering and human destruction all over the country, all over in particular the United States, Maduro sent savage and murderous gangs, including the bloodthirsty prison gang Tren de Aragua, to terrorize American communities nationwide. And he did indeed. They were in Colorado. They took over apartment complexes. They cut the fingers of people they called police. They were brutal, but they're not so brutal now. And I just have to congratulate our military, Pete, and everybody, and our National Guard, because the job that they've done, whether it's in Washington, D.C., where we have a totally safe city, where it was one of the most unsafe cities anywhere in the world, frankly, and now we have no crime in Washington, D.C. We haven't had a killing. We had the terrorist attack a few weeks ago.
So they captured Maduro. He has been arrested. He is in New York and is standing trial right now, like absolutely right now. Him and his wife, I believe. Maduro will not be getting out of jail. Not in America. He is in jail for life. He gonna get some crazy sentences. It's gonna be crazy. He ain't getting out of jail. It's not happening. But as far as this Game of Thrones we're playing between America, Russia, and China, Russia has come out and said because Venezuela is an ally to Russia and China. They export oil to Russia and China. They've came out and said we condemn it, but we ain't about to do shit about it. China has also now come out and pretty much said we condemn it, but we ain't about to do shit about it. So when you really look at how our world is set up, it's all about power. It's always, always, always been about power, right? This is why America has a system set up the way it's set up, where every citizen that goes to work has to pay taxes to the system so we can take all this money and put most of it, to be honest, into the military. Most of the money goes into the military, and then the rest of the money go to corruption. I don't care what nobody say. We gonna talk about this corruption too with the Somali stuff. Most of the money, taxpayer dollars, goes to the military. Okay, the vast majority of it in America, and I'm not mad at that. Okay, I do believe that if we break this down to what a life is, what's the most important thing in life to start? Survival. That's the most important thing. So if you're looking at yourself as a nation, as a country, and you have foes out there that you don't know what they're doing or what their plans are, it would be smart to make sure that your military might is as powerful as possible, as mighty as possible. That's just history tells us that when things hit the fan, that army or that power or that force with the best military is going to come out on top, and then they're going to reset what the world is, what history is, all of that. And America at this point in time seems to be the mightiest superpower. China got some stuff we don't know about. They really do. I don't know about China. Russia say they got some stuff we don't know about too. We really don't know when it comes to all that military stuff, but we know who spends the most money. America spends the most money on their military. So this play in Venezuela, which is going to, there's no ramifications right now because China and Russia ain't about to do shit immediately, but there are going to be some ramifications in the future that are going to affect all of us for sure when it comes to imports, exports, and all this extra stuff that's going to be going on in this Game of Thrones that we're all in, but don't actually get a say in it. We're all in it. We all have to suffer the consequences, but we all don't reap the benefits of what the fuck is going on right now, because it's not going to be good in the long term. All right, y'all, man. So if you want some more information on that Trump stuff, Trump and what's going on with Venezuela, we'll keep up to date on that with Maduro and what's going on with the case and things like that. But I'm really interested in this underneath game. I'm trying to see what's going on with the oil. I want to know what's going on with China. I want to know what's going on in Russia. I want to know what this big battle is that we don't really get to see, but it's happening right in our faces. That's what I want to know. That's what I want to see. That's what I'm interested in. Okay, the whole narco drug trafficking stuff, that's just the face. That's just propaganda. That's something to sell us on. You know what I'm saying? It sounds nice. Narcos, okay? Pablo Escobar, all that shit sound great. And it's real. I'm not saying it's fake. It all sound great, but that's small fish to what these big powers are really doing and what's really about to transpire. Like, this is just small time stuff. And it's cool. It's a good TV show. It's a great headline. But what's going on with all that damn oil, okay? America that y'all just seized from Venezuela, now that China and Russia are going to have to pay you for it. That's what we got to really figure out, because I know they ain't trying to pay them prices that America about to be charging. Because America about to be charging some prices. America about to be charging some prices. But if you do live in America, right, and you're an American tax-paying citizen, you probably got some mental issues going on right now. And if you don't, you just are uninformed, because the amount of fraud, okay, that's going on in America, it's sickening. It really is, especially when you add on how sad our economy is. Our economy is piss poor. People do not have money. There are no jobs. Okay, it is not. The job report. No, there are no paying jobs, no high paying jobs, no great job. It's not like that anymore. It's not easy to just go get a degree and then come out and make some money. It's not happening. It's not happening. Go ask all these college grads right now that's graduating, that's coming out making $30,000 a year and $35,000 a year and $40,000 a year. That ain't enough to do nothing. You can't do nothing with that. Not a damn thing. They say the minimum wage, if you actually scaled it properly to today, should be $66 an hour. Where? Where? That's a high level executive somewhere. So at the end of the day, there ain't no money. Prices are through the roof. Grocery prices, rent prices. Our economy is trash. Okay, people's mental state is fucked up. Their health is fucked up. Our economy is straight butt. It is straight butt. And on top of it being straight butt, right? We all have to give out 25% of our paychecks every time we get paid to a system that then allows that money to be used by people who aren't even citizens. Money being sent back to Somalia, to Asia, to Europe, to all these different places. But you got people here in America, veterans, okay? You got elderly, you got young people struggling who were born here. Families have been born here generation after generation after generation. And they can't buy a house. They can't buy a business. They got to work till they're 70 with the promise and hopes of getting Medicaid or Social Security, when in reality, they're going to pay probably $1 million or so into the program over their lifespan and only maybe get back like a quarter of it because the math ain't mathing. I got to work 50 years, 45 years, who knows, 60 years to be eligible for this Social Security program at 55, which they push back to 70. Okay, so now you got to be 70 to access your funds and shit. How long am I going to live past 70? Life expectancy is like 78, 80 in America. So let's be generous. Let's say you cash out at 55. You get lucky. You cash out at 55. All right? Let's say you live an extra 15 years past that to 70. Let's be nice. Let's say you live to 75. Let's say you extra 20 years. They're only going to pay you like $1,600 a month. If you do the math, you're not getting anywhere near the amount of money you put into this program that they're using to invest into stuff right now. Okay? They're not saving that money. When the money come in, it's not being saved. The money being used. It's being spent immediately. Ain't no money being saved. They print the money. Ain't nothing being saved. Okay? So I don't believe right now in America that our actual citizens understand how backwards most of us are in time. We truly believe we're the most advanced country and all this other stuff in the world. And that may be the case. But the actual mindset of the people, no. We're slaves. Kanye West wasn't wrong. New slaves. Yes, that is absolutely correct. We go to work. They take 30% of our money. We can't do shit about it. And we do that until we die. Okay? And while we're working for them, we're also building them products and things they need, right? And when I say they, I'm saying the big corporations, the people in power, the people who got all the money, the people who make all the rules, okay? You know, you can go find them. You can look them up. We know who they are. It's all the same 13 families, the same names, all the same stuff. And I ain't mad at them. This is the game of power. I get it. Life is about survival and reproduction. I'm not mad at these people for doing what they do. I can't be mad at them. I don't even know them. I've never even met them. I just can see what's going on. I'm not mad at them for establishing power and doing what they got to do. I get it. I understand. But what I'm saying is, you tell us, hey, we want you all to sign your kid's birth certificate and Social Security and be a part of the United States of America, and we're going to offer you this, that, and third if you pay us 30% of all your wages. I'm trying to figure out what this, that, and the third is. Because we don't get free healthcare. We don't get free food. We don't really get free protection. We don't even get free education. So what the fuck do we get for paying all these taxes? I don't know. I think that's what really is driving me up a wall. I'm like, how can people literally allow someone to take 25 to 30% of their earnings and get nothing in return for it? What are you getting in return for it? Somebody drop a comment and let me know, what the fuck do we get in return for paying taxes? because I really want to know. I need a list. I need like a 5 point list. I need like number one, number two, number three. They better be great. Because unfortunately, with all the Doge stuff that came out with Elon Musk, and they shut him up quick, didn't they? Oh, how quickly they sold us on this whole hope of, hey, we're gonna cut all this government fraud. We're bringing in Elon Musk, smartest guy in the world, has all these things. We're gonna figure it out. The bro started figuring things out, letting us know there were 300-year-old people collecting Social Security for years, decades and decades. And as soon as this fraud started to get higher and higher, the numbers started to get higher and higher, billions and billions. Now Trump and Elon fighting. Now they don't like each other. Oh, that makes sense. Why? Because we was never gonna get no damn dividend check. We was never gonna get no fraud check back. We're never getting our money back. Okay, it's just like the Social Security thing. Okay, when you pay in Social Security and all that other crap, and then you get to whatever age and you get to get the money out, you don't get all the money back that you paid for. You get it back if you live long enough to get it back. If you don't, you just die, and guess where that money go? Not to your family. But how the fuck if you die and you got debts, they'll slide the debts to your family though? Get the fuck out of go! These motherfuckers ain't shit. They ain't shit. They ain't shit, man. I ain't gonna lie. America a crazy place to be. I ain't gonna lie. We for the people, the people here. We living in some backwards times. A lot of us being played. I don't understand. We being played, y'all. We being played. We new slaves. All right, let's see what the fuck going on in Minnesota and stealing all our damn money and shit.
The Trump administration says it is now withholding all federal child care funding to the entire state. The agency says the state receives $185 million for 19,000 children, and now that money will be gone. And the agency did not specify any alternate plans for families who will be affected. DHS and the FBI said they were surging resources to Minnesota to.
And here's the problem with this, right? So they were receiving $185 million, okay, for 19 kids. All right, this is $185 million. Who knows? I don't know if this is a year. I don't know if this is a quarter. They didn't specify all that. But $185 million for 19,000 kids that are supposed to be on this Medicaid, Medicare program getting assistance for daycare, right? So now they're not receiving that money. That means those locations that operated on the lower tier scale are going to close. Then that means the middle tier places, their waiting list is going to fucking go through the roof. Then guess what? Their prices go up. The same thing goes to the higher tier. So this fraud shit is so bad that not only are we allowing people to steal all of our money and send it back to God knows where to build, who knows what they building. It's also going to hit us right now. All those 19,000 kids that still got to go to daycare. Parents still got to go to work. Paying taxes, all that. Now they got to figure out how to pay more money, figure out a new place, all this extra stuff. So it's not just like, oh my gosh, the fraud, all this crazy stuff in America. Yeah, no, it's gonna trickle down to other things and make things worse and worse and worse. So not only are you still taking our tax money though, now I'm gonna have to pay 30% more in daycare costs because these daycares have to raise their prices. And this is only Minnesota. So imagine what's going on in every other state. It's $185 million for one program. That's one program. Who knows what the fraud is like in all the other programs? That's just the daycare program. There's a bunch of programs for health and all these other things. There's a bunch of programs. Housing and there's a bunch of programs. Who knows what the fraud is? How much money we literally are giving away to people. Just giving it away. Just giving the money away. Giving the money away. Just giving it away. Pretty much.
Investigate what they called suspected fraud sites. This all comes in response to a viral video posted by a MAGA content creator. He claims that he uncovered widespread fraud by Somali-run child care centers in the state. CNN is looking into those claims and has not independently verified the accusations, but the Deputy Secretary of Health and Human Services is taking the allegations at face value. Take a listen. Intrepid journalists have made shocking and credible allegations of extensive fraud in Minnesota's child care programs. We believe the state of Minnesota has allowed scammers and fake daycares to siphon millions of taxpayer dollars over the past decade. Starting today, we require a justification, receipt, or photo evidence before we make a payment.
If you get stuck on the melody,
Starting
or
today.
you feel like you can't get a song.
Yo, I ain't never seen a government more incompetent, and they just blatantly spew out their incompetence to us. Just tell us how incompetent they are. So you just giving the money fucking out. You're not verifying shit. You don't send a motherfucker there to make sure the kid's out there. What the fuck is going on? You just giving the money away. Not after a decade. Now you're going to verify. This shit fucking. I'm done, y'all. I ain't paying taxes my ass. Y'all can pay some fucking taxes if you want to. Listen, we gotta switch this shit up. I ain't gonna lie. Until we as the people start saying, fuck this shit, it ain't gonna change in America. We have to stop paying taxes. Taxes is the biggest scam in the world. We should not have to give 25-30% of our money to anybody for anything. Unless we want to. It should be that simple. You shouldn't have. Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's just bad. It's just bad. Honestly, if I'm American people, I'm just not paying taxes. I'm just not going to pay. I don't know where the money's going. I'm not getting anything from it in return. And it's just making my life harder and my family's life harder. And the people around me, no, it's not worth it. We shouldn't pay taxes. Not until we get answers to where everything is going. We need weekly reports on everything. We need y'all to come out on a YouTube channel and tell us where all the money is going every damn day. Because if you think about how much money they collect a day, y'all, think about this. Break down the math. There's over 300 Americans, right? 300 million American people. All right, my bad. 300 million American people. All right, about half of those, 150 million American people probably are working. All right, and paying taxes. Every week, every 2 weeks, let's say every 2 weeks. They're taking 25% of 150 million people's money, wages, varying, who knows how much it is, every 2 weeks. Do you know how much money that actually is? Even if they took $1, do the math. I made it simple for y'all. Even if they took $1 every 2 weeks, do you know how much money they're getting? It's astronomical. Even if they only took $1, okay? It's the numbers is just crazy. The amounts of money that it's trillions of dollars that we give to them every year. It really is. It really is. And the money is just misused, misappropriated, spent God knows where, and we don't have a say. Our say is we get to vote every 2 years and every 4 years. That's our say. And hope that these people who've been in office forever are going to make a decision that's in our best interest, which I don't believe has ever been in our best interest. It's always been the interest of the people who invest in them. All right, the big corporations, they invest in these people to get in office so they can run. And what do you think is going to happen? They're going to come to those people and say, hey, now we need this. We need that. We need this and we need that. And then those people are going to acquiesce. They had no choice. They had no choice. This is just a game. This is a big game. So for 2026, my outlook is this. I do believe that our economy is going to crash further in the U.S. I think Bitcoin is going to go down to shit. I think stocks are going to go down to shit. I think we're going to hit a deflation point, which means essentially prices are going to drop in a lot of areas, but that's because no one has any money to buy anything. I believe that we won't face like a crazy world war this year, but I think there's going to be conflict after conflict after conflict after conflict that's going to lead into an eventual meltdown in the next few years. And I believe that you're going to see a transition in America from Whoever's in middle class right now, people are either going to scale up, which not that many people are going to scale up, or they're going to scale down. There's not going to be a middle class. So after this year, that's just done. It's cut. You're either going to have money or you're not. You're either going to be able to do things or you're not going to be able to do things. It's just what it's going to be. In America, you could just see it already sliding that way. There is there are no jobs, right? Our economy is shit. AI is coming, so there's not going to be new jobs coming for people. Um, our conflict with all these other nations, it's not about to be great here in America. Everything is trending down. It's not trending up. Everything is trending down. So I think that what you should do for 2026 is protect your energy at all costs. I think you should think of yourself as a brand. All right. How can you develop something that people actually need and people actually want to either purchase, see, view, or whatever? Because the world's changing fast. All right. So you're going to have to become the individual that now brings in X, Y, Z and all that. You're not going to be able to go find a job and work, have upward mobility, work your way up the ladder and become this super successful person and all this stuff. That time is over. That time is over. All right. Things are too expensive. You'll never make it. You'll never buy a house. You'll never get the car you want. You'll never get anywhere. So you're going to have to literally figure out what makes you unique in the world today and how can you use that uniqueness to make you profitable? You're gonna have to figure that out ASAP. I mean now. I mean you should have figured it out fucking yesterday, but you're gonna have to figure it out soon. All right. So if you have any talents, any skills, anything where you can actually do things for people, start doing things for people. All right, where they can come to you and pay you directly, because you're not gonna be able to count on these companies. The companies are firing people left and right. Like they are. They just are. Companies are letting people go and they're transitioning. They're going to move to AI. They're going to move to robotics. They're going to move to things that are cost effective. All right. And if you're an individual that has a job that is replaceable, which is most of us, most of our jobs are replaceable by AI and robotics. So if that's the case, then you got to figure something else different. And to be honest, a lot of the work going to be like trade work. It's going to be like just trade work. All that office stuff where you're on a computer and you acting like you important typing some stuff that anybody can type, to be honest, that's just done. Okay? People at the highest level of things are gonna be okay. If you're mid tier, low tier, good luck. And I'm talking about every industry. I don't care if it's from like Uber drivers and those Instacart people and all those people, all the way up to your people who work 9 to 5 corporate jobs. All right. Everything's about to be affected. So I think you should find out a way to secure yourself independence by making sure you develop skills or you have a trade or you have something that brings money directly to you. They paying you directly. They ain't paying the company, then the company paying. They paying you directly for your services. That is where the world is going. And if you don't catch up to that, if you still think that 9 to 5 gonna save your life, you still think you about to be, if you under the age of motherfucking 40 and you think you about to catch Social Security, you boo boo the fool. To be honest, if you under the age of 45, wait, yeah, 45, I don't know. You might be about 50 years old to get Social Security now. You got to be close to that the little cutoff period, or you ain't get it. So you got to start making preparations for you and your family now, so y'all have the ability to move forward in this world, because you're either gonna be rich or you're gonna be poor. I guarantee it. I'll put money on it. Who want to bet? Who would have bet that's where the world's going? You gonna have money or you ain't gonna have nothing. You gonna live fruitful or you gonna struggle. It's one of the two. That's what's gonna happen. I don't care what nobody says. That's where it's trending to. So if you want to act like that's not the case, good for you. I don't know. But for me, I'm making sure I prepare myself in different ways where I have skills that can benefit people. I can tell you a couple of those industries right now. One we just talked about: daycare, childcare, pet care. Oh my gosh. You know how many people have pets right now? They ain't got nowhere to take their pets. And they ain't got the mental capacity to actually watch them all damn day. You know, people got kids, and these daycare centers are about to start closing. If you a person that's great with kids, why can't you have about 3, 4 kids in your crib every day and you getting all that money? We already know what daycare prices are. They charging people like 900, 1,000, 1,500 a week for a kid. For a kid. That money could be coming to you. All to you. Directly to you. Nobody taking taxes out. You just got to figure out how to set it up. Pet care. I started a dog business. I had a dog business for like 2 years and it was great. To be honest, I had terrible fucking partners. That's what happened. I had terrible partners. I chose people that weren't really in the business, that didn't really want to figure out that part, and it went to shit. But the actual business of it was amazing. Amazing. And if I would have had my mind together, my mind was off too. I blame myself a lot for being a terrible leader in the sense that I chose the wrong people. And once I knew it, I wasn't really on it and I didn't make the change fast enough. And then I just kind of let myself go and say, I don't want to do this no more. But it was extremely profitable. I do believe if you like animals, get into pet care. Okay? Personal care. Ain't no robot about to be able to train your ass in shape. Ozempic ain't about to save your ass. A lot of y'all tried Ozempic and still got all that extra fat and skin. You still look depressed and sad. You're going to need a trainer, a nutritionist or something, especially the way our world is set and our economy is set and our landscape is set with all the people just force feeding themselves bullshit food and killing themselves. And then our health system and healthcare system is set up to force you into that as well. And then our food system is, and our commercials trick you into that. NFL is not to sell you food. Yes, it is. And they try to lie right in our face with them damn NFL commercials. Oh, we're not trying to. Football is not to sell you food. Fuck it is. It ain't about motherfucking sports or winning or. It's about betting and selling niggas food. What the fuck sports is? Sports is about gambling and selling people food. Fuck out of here. Ain't about no winning and losing. If you got 6 rings and you the GOAT and you got all this. It ain't never been about that. It's about motherfucking gambling, okay? And selling people some food, making money. That's all they care about. They want to make some money. That's all sports is. But you should get into, okay, personal care like physical fitness, nutrition, and mental care, okay? If you can have people come to your house and you can be their therapist, and you just get all the money, you straight. Okay? Or trade work, a plumber. All right? Robots ain't about to be able to get all of that. Electrician, things like that. Whatever, HVAC, I don't care what you want to get into. Okay? Get into something that is a trade where you can get the money directly to you. Damn, I got a little piece of where you can get the money directly to you. That's going to be super important. All right, let's talk about a little bit of life real quick. Life. We're gonna finish off with some life today. I'm gonna finish. Well, first, let me get my little NFL bracket, and I'm gonna finish off with life because I want to give this really quick for my sports people. Sorry, we got sports too. I got sports people on here too, y'all. So NFL season, AFC. I'm gonna give my predictions real quick of who I think is gonna win the Super Bowl. But we're gonna go round by round. So AFC, Broncos the 1 seed. Steelers at Texans, Jaguars at Bills, Patriots at Chargers. I got the Texans beating the Steelers because Aaron Rodgers' old ass ain't gonna better deal with that defense. I got the Jaguars beating the Bills because the Bills team overall is not that great this year, and the Jaguars team is. And the Patriots beating the Chargers because the Patriots been balling this year. And then in the NFC, we got how the hell does Seattle Seahawks get the 1 seed? That don't make no sense. Panthers at Rams. Rams gonna dog walk the Panthers. Eagles at 49ers, probably going to be the most competitive game of the playoffs. But I'm going to go Eagles because they got that championship last year. So hopefully that carries them over. And then Bears and Packers. I live in Wisconsin, so I'm going to go Packers. But in reality, I'm a Minnesota Vikings fan, so I don't want either of those teams to win the Super Bowl. I want both of them teams to lose this week. I hope they draw out. You can't even do that, but I hope they both lose. Nah, not for real though. Hey, shout out to all the teams that made the playoffs. I ain't no salty hater, but I am a little bit hater. I'm a little bit. I like my team. Okay, I like my team. All right, so we're gonna finish with the 2026 life little chat. As a person, as an individual, I think this year you have to protect your energy at all costs. If you're into astrology, if you're into that, it's a universal 1 year, all that other crazy shit, leadership, all that. I think this is the year to lead the way. I think this is the year to be the individual who says, you know what? This is what I want. This is how I'm going to go get it, and then you go get it. This year's about aggression. It's about being passionate. It's about being forthright. It's about, honesty, truth telling. This is what this year's about. So as an individual, I do think you should protect your energy at all costs. That's why there will never be another chat this year. All right, I'm not doing chat all year. All year. You won't be able to chat with me on this little chat thing all year. Why? Because I'm protecting my energy. I don't have time to be reading all y'all damn comments, y'all saying whatever the fuck y'all want to say, and I gotta think about it all damn day. I ain't doing that. I'm protecting my energy. So I do think that you guys as well should do that in real life and online. If you ain't making money on social media, get the fuck off social media. I understand you need entertainment. I get it. But if you're not making money off of it, the damage it does to your brain is severe. It is real. Okay? You can't be having all these extra thoughts and concepts in your head for no reason. It completely takes you off the path, off your journey, where you need to go, what you need to do as an individual. You just get so caught up in everyone else's lives and what else is going on that you forget the fuck you got to do. All right? And unfortunately, the way our energy works is we transfer energy. Even through these phones, we transfer energy. So if you're saying nothing but negative things or bad things all the time, then I'm taking in all that energy. When I'm trying to give out positivity and give out knowledge and talk about stuff and things like that, and you are just making up random, I ain't got time for it, okay? Also, in real life, I don't have time for it. So I already cut off a lot of people. I'm not talking to most people this year. I'm not. Because if you're going to get in the way of what my path is, I don't want to hear your opinions. I don't need your thoughts. I know what I want. I know where I'm going, and I know how to go get it. So I'm going to go get it. I don't need to deal with all the extra stuff. I'm going to protect my energy at all costs because mental fortitude, mental strength is going to be the key to success this year. The people who can stay in it the longest mentally, who can get up and be consistent, who got passion, who can drive through, those are the ones who are going to win this year. This is not a year for weakness, complacency, to be fucking on the back burner. No, not this year. You better raise your hand first. You better be the first one in line. You better be all that because it's going to be go get it year. Go get it year. That's what this year is. Go get it, baby. Let's go get it. All right, let me go and hit it. Hey, yo, I just boy Leroy Mitchell, man. We gonna be here every day going crazy. I'm talking about something every day. Whether it's Trump ass with another country, whether it's some damn celebrity, we gonna be in here just laying everything out. Whatever I see, whatever I feel, I'm gonna speak on. If y'all want me to speak on something, drop a comment, okay? Also, I'm working on a new album. So I'm gonna drop a new album this year probably. Hit a little sample of a song that I've been working on. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can kind of play with me. Hey, 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 hey.
Girl, you're fucking with the best, and I ain't settling for less. I don't really have the time for the stress. Girl, say it with your chest. Girl, say it with your chest. You be talking till you run out of breath. Girl, sing it in that text. And you're cooking like a chef, trying to find a way to get out of debt, and I get no respect.
Hey,
You're talking
y'all.
I don't know if you wanna kill me or some sex.
You the weirdest girl I met.
So I'm searching for my next, trying to figure out if it's a curse or a hex.
Why is it so complex? Hey,
You used to treat me like a guest.
now you treat me like that guy you wish you never met. Damn. Hey,
Now it's looking
like a shit show.
Can a nigga still hit though?
I'm not a simp though.
But I can hit you.
All right, y'all. It's your boy Leroy Mitchell.
Get low, no need to tiptoe. I can treat.
Another episode of We'll Wake That Ass Up where we bring you sports, news, life, and entertainment. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, all that to your best friend and everybody. We'll be here every morning at 6 a.m. having a little chitty chat, baby, and staying consistent with it. As far as the channel goes, I'll be on cooking probably some tacos later and then working out later as well. So if you want to tune in, tap in with me later on this afternoon, I'll be cooking and working out. I'll catch y'all later. Thank you for watching. Have a great morning. And remember, protect your energy at all costs. At all costs, baby. All right. See y'all tomorrow.